What's up, everybody? Welcome back to E3 2018 on the GameSpot stage. How are you? I need more than that.
There's no, Greg.
How are you? Andy, pray to the Dark One.
Oh my God, Greg, come on,
no,
man.
too far?
Jeez, dude.
Sorry, I'm Greg, and this is Andy. We're from Kinda Funny.
Hey, guys.
Thank you, thank you. And over there, Eric and Jeff from Sony Bend.
Hey.
Yay!
They're working on a little game called Days Gone. We're all very excited.
First off, were Corey Barlog and Jordan just reciting War and Peace? What the fuck?
I know, right? We were just set to go. They get
So
up here. They want
long.
to do this, you know. And I'll speak on your behalf because I know you're nice guys. You'd never say it. You had your chance, Sony Santa Monica. All right. God of War, huge miss.
Yeah.
Time for Days Gone to come in and fill the
Wow.
hole. Am I right, Eric?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Now, for many people watching on demand, some of you in the room, you guys, who's Kinda Funny fans? Why would you raise your hand? You know it's a vocal show. Eric is not just any Eric. This is Eric Jensen. This is a man who on Podcast Beyond, on PS I Love You, on the Kinda Funny Games Cast, on Kinda Funny Games Daily, has to be made fun of silently for years and years because Sony Bend did nothing. Did nothing. They sat there bouncing a ball off the wall,
Yeah.
not even making a game.
Jeez Louise, Greg.
I
You're telling
got
me,
crap
Greg.
for that for a month.
Yeah?
Everybody thought I was sitting in my office, bouncing a tennis ball on the wall,
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Doing the ball in the cup thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, man. I'll start when I'm done, when I get it.
That's hard.
Eric,
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you.
thank you.
You've been a fan. You're a best friend. You're a Kinda Funny best friend. You have been before we even had that term. You were just a fan of Beyond and everything else.
Yeah.
But Days Gone is awesome.
Thank you.
I think Days Gone is a game that's getting overshadowed right now in terms of E3. A bunch of huge announcements, all this stuff. The Game Informer coverage did a lot for it.
Yeah.
But even that, seeing that, I didn't understand how much I loved it until I sat down and played it. And playing it,
Yeah.
you guys have built such an amazing world.
Thank you. It's definitely the kind of game that you have to get your hands on.
Yeah.
We had a great opportunity with Game Informer. We were able to get the cover of Game Informer for June. We were able to take a deep dive into the first hour of the game, show off a little bit of the open world, and I think really once people saw that, and then for those that have had the opportunity to put their hands on it, it really opens their eyes to the experience.
100%.
Is there a part of the gameplay?
You go. You go. Sorry, #1 games journalist Andy Cortez. You take it over.
Jeez, dude. We get it, Greg. You have 1.3 million followers or whatever, man. Was there a part of the gameplay in Days Gone where something just clicked and you were like, we fucking nailed this portion of it? Whether it be the combat, the riding on the motorcycle, the amount of freakers that come after you. What was the one that like, holy shit, we nailed this?
I think the horde is a big thing. Like
Yeah.
seeing that, like we had that idea early on in development, and seeing that number of guys on the screen, it was just incredible. My personal thing, I'm lead on the open world, and being able to traverse around the open world on that motorcycle is probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever felt in a game. It's really incredible, especially once you get a chance to do it
that's
yourself.
what took me by surprise playing it at Judges Week, was getting in there going and doing something I haven't done in a game demo since I think Red Dead, where it was like, I'm just going to go in that direction.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go see if it's interesting to go.
Right.
And I climbed on the motorcycle and ran into a tripwire that I didn't trip and got off and cut it, and then fought guys, and then went this way and found two dudes up on a hillside, and I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. Fought them, and it turned out they were watching a horde, right? And then the horde came up after me, and I had to take off. And then I just drove around screwing with the horde for a while. Like, that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to live in this world. That's the tripwire. We didn't prep this at all.
There
Andy,
it
it's
is.
happening.
Man,
I love
you
it when
nailed
things
it.
work out for us.
You've been doing this for a while, man.
Yeah. #2 games journalist now.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you do on this title?
I tell Eric to stop bouncing the ball against the wall.
Producer, seducer.
So, it's my job to recognize what's working and what's fun and just kind of like really try to like help develop that and kind of be the player's advocate early and really recognize the right ideas and the wrong ideas and try and steer them accordingly. And just let the team do what the team's capable of doing. I mean, this game is so big. We've never made anything like it, and I'm shocked we actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
And it's just basically, I feel like I'm riding the tsunami or riding the wave rather than kind of controlling it in any way.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because I think that's a metaphor for the game, So I do lots of stuff and nothing at all.
Oh, okay, great.
That's like me. Same here.
What's it like to finally be here where, over behind closed doors out here, people are playing it. You get to go watch people play the game. What's that like for you, Eric?
It's incredible. Like, we've been working on this game for a while. It's been about 5 years now. We've been experiencing it. We've been having fun with it for a long time. And for other people to actually get to experience that for the first time, it's crazy. It's like, getting to share this thing that we've been working on, this baby of ours, for such a long time, and the world getting to be able to see it. It's really cool.
I didn't get to play it. I got.
Whoa! Boo this man!
Ooh.
I didn't,
Boo yourself!
I didn't get to play it, but I saw a lot of people get consumed by the Horde. The thing that excited me the most is when Greg previewed it, and Game Over Greggy, if you've heard of him.
Thank you.
When he previewed it, he mentioned how watching the world sort of do its own thing, almost like it's its own character, and it reminded me a lot of what he was explaining to me. It reminded me of being in Breath of the Wild and seeing enemies interact or just things sort of happen by coincidence or by whatever,
Right.
And that really, because he was talking about leading hordes to enemy encampments and things like that.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's going to be a really cool game to just sort of watch stuff happen without necessarily having to play a part in it. And I love sort of watching the AI just do its own thing,
It's an incredibly dynamic open world. We've got full 9-day cycle. There's dynamic weather. All of that stuff affects all of the enemy types. We've got human enemies, animals, the freakers. All of those guys interact with each other, whether you're interacting with them or not. You can just sit there and observe it. You can partake. You can use the Horde as your tool. You'll get a job from one of the encampments, take out some enemies. If you know that there's a Horde nearby, you can ride your motorcycle by, get their attention, drag them into the camp, and they'll take care of it for you.
What we found from the design side is the games we used to make before were really single player, super linear, kind of highly scripted moments where every kind of square inch we had to design. And it was a lot of work for something that you play once and it doesn't have a lot of replay value. For this one, it's really counterintuitive, but it's the less we design, the more outcomes there are.
Right.
So it's really about creating a lot of pieces that are designed to work together and placing them in the right spots, describing their rules, and just kind of letting them wind them up and letting them go. And that leads to the results that I think you both are describing. It's players can kind of predict what might happen, and the world will more often than not kind of deliver exactly on what they expected.
What for you is I don't want to say the biggest misconception, but what's the one thing you want more people to know for each of you about the game, about Days Gone?
That it's its own game, that it's its own genre. We're creating this action survival genre that I think it goes to a fantasy that a lot of people have, which is, hey, I don't want my family to die and get eaten and my world to end and lose Sunday night television, but if it did, I would kick so much ass in the apocalypse because I got ideas. We really want people to kind of have a taste of that, and without it being a deep dive like some of these really deep, complex PC survival sims, we just want them to have a taste of it because I want to play those games, but I don't want to sink 100 hours into one, but I also want a really good story. And so what Days Gone is, when I say we're creating this distinct personality, is it's a game that serves all of those wishes to the player, and it's its own thing in its own way, even though it might not seem that way superficially. But when people get a chance to spend time with it, they really do see like, oh yeah, this is nothing like we really expected it was. I mean, we are definitely inspired by a lot of games that came before us, but we are definitely our own game.
So many people asked me after I played it, right, oh man, did you get a lot of Last of Us vibes? And I was like, oh, I hadn't even thought about that. No, not at all. Like, plays different, feels different, different world, everything.
But you know that it's illegal to have more than one zombie game.
I heard, I know, it's rough.
I hate it. Reading those articles of like, oh, well, it's just another zombie. It's like, guys, they can coexist. It's okay to have, and we know they're not zombies, but
do we need another E3? Didn't we have one last year?
Yeah.
Eric, what do you want people to know about Days Gone?
So I'm super proud of our open world. It's you hear about these templated open worlds where you've got this and you've got that, and we kind of tried to break the mold. As you're exploring, you're going to get thrown off your bike. You're going to get sniped off your bike. You're going to have bears attacking you. Our tagline, "This world comes for you." It's not just a tagline. That's exactly what happens minute to minute in the game. but you're also going to find these calm moments where you can kind of just take it all in. The environment's gorgeous, and I think that we've really tried to do something special with the open world to kind of set it apart.
That's awesome. When's it come out, guys?
February 22nd.
Oh, February 22nd. Luckily, nothing else is coming out that day.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
be fine.
We were there first.
We were there first, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, Eric, Jeff, Days Gone.